Help me. I need help. I need help real bad. I know Meerkat's coming. Meerkat saved me almost every time.
He saw the Lord entering into Rome, and the Lord said unto him, I go into Rome to be crucified.
There's a Margwa.
Lord, art thou to be crucified again?
Oh dang, man.
Right, I need a pass.
Coming.
Hey, someone.
Oh dang, literally I just left you.
Hurry, let me get my gun. Go, get it.
But in the Acts of Peter, he is
I'm the farthest away from the zombies. Dude, I'm gonna lose my pack-a-punch. Help me! Help me!
Rat, you can stand in place.
It seems to me that of all the elements of this story, at least
Come on.
aspect
No,
is
don't die, Rat. You can do it.
Rat, you gotta help me. You gotta help Rampage.
Who's on my gun?
sometimes in strange, unusual,
They're close. Give me.
just for sport.
Help! Please. I got you. Thank you. You're right.
Literally.
Oh God. Okay.
Rat, why didn't you revive me? I was the closest to dying.
The explanation is Christ was crucified.
See, now I gotta.
So happy I got this victory.
Now I gotta get my. Now I gotta get my crap all over again.
What? No.
Is absolutely not
Hey, Rat.
the reason given in the story.
Rat. We did what you asked. Can we play multiplayer now?
the mystery of all nature. For the first man whose race I bear in my
Oh God.
I pressed these two.
downwards.
Peter gives this little speech to the bystanders where he indicates
You're prestige
that
too?
the world
Yeah, I'm
has been
prestige.
topsy-turvy ever since the appearance of
Really,
Adam.
bro?
Adam came
Yeah, I
into
did.
the world like babies, head first. By being crucified
What
upside
ring?
down, Peter sees everything the right way. And what is left to us is right to him. What is down for us
That
is
was
up
so
for him.
fun.
So he has clear vision.
I'm gonna play multiplayer.
I'm gonna go play some
I don't want
multiplayer.
Jet to catch up to me.
This strange statement, which
It took away my liquid
I'm gonna
divinium.
rank up right now. And you're not gonna do anything about it. You hear me?
But others think it is the celibacy at the start of the story that is the bigger problem,
Dude,
because of the popularity of the movement that embraced it.
dude, it took away my liquid
Yeah,
divinium.
how could? Why did you send me a video? It's so short.
That are outside the New
It
Testament.
wasn't a video. It's
Unless
supposed
there
to
was
be
a large group of people for whom celibacy,
thing.
celibacy
Supposed to be a
within
thing.
marriage,
And here, no, doing me.
celibacy
We got.
How was a life choice and a vocation.
I swear, if you catch up to me,
The text that
stop!
defended them
Stop!
was very popular.
Stop!
So it doesn't look like
sending
an
all those
esoteric elite group.
Stop,
The ascetics
Rat!
would not be the only challengers
Yes,
to the
you
Christian
are.
orthodoxy. There would be other sects that claim to have secret
You just sold
scriptural
yourself
knowledge.
out, Rat.
Sometimes
I'm watching my own stream.
I stopped.
What is it that they knew? There is the literal mark and then there's the secret mark.
You just sold yourself out. Stop sending everybody.
Tonight on Beach 2, at 8, ancient aliens beyond Nazca ignite the Forbidden Zone, and at 10, it's the Dark Ages.
Finally, oh my god.
Next, Curse of Oak Island.
I believe that this was
Now, you're gonna have a taste of your own medicine. Rat.
There's a story here. It's always been that way for me.
I'm gonna break your PS4, that's what I'm gonna do. Rat. But when you turn it back on, you're gonna get chaos.
Tuesday at 9 on History. And catch all the episodes on demand or on the History
If it never turned off your notifications, how you get our invites? That's just stupid, dude.
You know, that reminds me of Geico's 97% customer satisfaction rating. 97%? Helped by Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Hey, dude.
Okay, please don't. Don't listen. Listen.
Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Make me a leader. I better pay you.
If you need it, you know it.
Oh yes, if we're playing Nuketown, then I'm in.
The ultimate compression.
So Nuketown, bro. Oh, we got it. 24/7.
Hey dude, look at the. I'm the highest level out of the party. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't care.
Designed to provide
We just prestige too.
comfort and relief for
Why did my calling card change? I said out of our party. I said out of the party.
Instantly, it just makes it go away. It's like magic.
Wait, Jeff, did you see that Vanoss gaming video where they were playing Skate 3 and they were steak and then, what's it called? Vanoss said, "You're a mistake, but I cheat." Yeah, first I didn't get it, then I watched it again, and then I was like, derpity derp derp. Because he mistakes it. And they're steak. Yeah, he's a steak. He's a steak. And he did something on accident. Yeah, he didn't have A1 sauce. So you don't have A1 sauce here? So what's A1 sauce? You don't know what? You're retarded. Like big sauce. Oh, it's double like pea. Double pea. Duh. So what? Yeah, we just came in with someone get the point, someone get the point. They were dominating. I don't want to have a ring.
Citizen introduces the satellite wave flying GPS with the world's fastest reception time. It recognizes
Right, good cover, by the way.
worldwide accuracy.
Oh god! That was the worst time just to slide into the
Powered by light. Any light. Citizen satellite wave technology.
I don't want to have a ring.
Timekeeping system on Earth.
In 1958, one of the strangest
Oh, I got the point, I got the point.
finds in religious scholarship occurred.
Oh my god, there's a point.
Theology scholar from Columbia University named Morton Smith was exploring the Greek Orthodox library of Marseille.
Why did Rat Rat leave?
Yeah, to go.
He was searching for old manuscripts that might have been used to make the findings
Oh, that was a sniper. I could have got
of this common.
it.
When paper was a rare and precious.
Oh, Maria, level 2.
You'll never catch up to me, Jet.
He found just such a thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Ow.
You'll never catch up to me. I'll play all day and all night.
Authored by no less than
Okay, you know my protocol fully maxed out, right? I pressed into like all the time. And I have all the next.
what it suggests.
Me too.
Straight out
Dang,
of the division.
stop being a hotshot.
I've got it before you.
In the
Oh god!
the church is in possession of a different version
I'm
of
hungry.
the Gospel of Mark than appears
Yeah,
in
me
today's
too.
Bible.
I'm hungry.
It was after
You want a mistake, but
that Mark came to Alexandria
I got a thing right next.
version of the Gospel, based on his and Peter's notes. He composed a more spiritual gospel for the use of those who
Too hungry, I can't control myself.
it is most careful.
He's trying to spawn trap us.
Jet.
They're coming for us.
Here we have Clement quoting passages which he says were deleted from the book.
Oh, I didn't know if you were there.
mark and then
I'm
there's the
hungry.
secret knowledge for the
Sorry.
initiates.
The idea that there are secret Christian mystical
Yeah,
writings and
I
versions of the
get
Gospel
stuff when I'm eating and
only
I'm
to the most enlightened.
wait.
How should I know you're
Closely
eating?
linked with unorthodox
He hit my mouth.
Christianity like the Gnostic, which sprang up in the 2nd century AD.
There were a range of ways of being Gnostic. there were very many different Gnostic groups with different Gnostic mythologies, different Gnostic beliefs, different Gnostic ethics, and so we use this as an umbrella term to talk about a lot of different groups.
Wait, did you get a message from Malcard?
Yeah, he said, join.
When we get into the 2nd century, there does seem to be evidence for what we call the standard text that is the Latin text.
Obi!
We don't have to look to a text like the secret gospel.
Oh boy, I'm taking this as my baby.
We look at
What if Ariana Grande asked you about what would you do?
things to his disciples. To you, I teach these secret teachings.
You don't like it?
People, they're going to hear them in parables. They're not quite going to understand them. So already very early on in the tradition, there's a sense that there are secret texts.
But Clement and other early church leaders
smoke
declared
bombs.
Gnostic beliefs to be
Come on.
and denied the existence
I know, right?
of Gospels, something that this letter, if authentic, seems
Speaking of smoke bombs, I just got a smoke
He's
screen.
supposedly writing this letter. But yet at the same time, everything we know
Ooh,
about Clement would
purified.
suggest that he didn't support the
Oh god,
notion
are you lazy?
of a second document or secrets
I'm
or
dead.
secret knowledge or the
Oh.
notion of initiates to a higher level. Clement of Alexandria didn't support the Gnostic movement. And yet this document
Ouch.
In the letter Morton Smith published, Clement writes that another heretic,
How did you cut the ring so bad?
known for their licentious
I had a permanent
has
unlock.
gained unauthorized access to the
I permanently unlocked it too.
Now they are spreading a
Bro, you forgot to, when you go to prestige, you'll say something to permanent unlock. You
What
have
the secret gospel contains appears to be an extension of the story begun in the tradition.
So that's when you done go.
America, I just saw you die. Come on. Wait, there was a concussion
And
and
then suddenly
a
he leaves.
frag grenade.
Why does the story mention Jericho and then nothing happens there? It looks like something is tantalizingly missing from the Gospel of Mark. What could it be? Secret fills in what happened.
I have a feeling someone's gonna come behind me.
I got a feeling that someone's gonna pop in.
Prostrated herself before Jesus, it says to him, Son of David.
Whoa, I got glitched out of that bit.
The excerpt describes Jesus raising the woman's brother from the dead.
I'm in.
Some think echoes or even expands upon the Lazarus story related in the Gospel of John. Jesus stretched forth his hand and raised him, seizing his
Can I
hand.
get some assistance, please?
Looking upon him, aloud,
Sir, yes, sir.
began to beseech him that he might be with him.
Oh my god, they're all spawning over there.
A young man whom
Oh, really?
Jesus raises from
Yes.
the dead.
That was a
And
rhetorical
begs
question.
thereafter to spend a night with Jesus,
Sometimes.
where Jesus reveals to him
Kill him.
the secret of the kingdom of
We need 300 more.
and that very language sounds very
300 more?
gospel. It links
100 more.
to a language from the synoptic gospel.
When it was late, the young man went to him. He had
really good
put on his naked body, and he remained with him 3 days. For Jesus taught him the mystery of the kingdom of God.
What is that?
God that Jesus reveals this young man. What kind of relationship did Jesus have with this young man? Of
I
course,
just know
it's
the
very
whole entire thing
controversial.
looking it up.
He goes to Jesus wearing nothing but a linen
Ah!
and they spend
Don't
the
we have
night
to find
together.
Jesus in this?
This text certainly does seem to have some homoerotic undertones.
This, it seems, is just what the heretical corporations are suggesting. Clement complains that they have made changes to the text, adding the words naked man to naked man. A suggestive phrase
Wait,
not
what?
present in the
I heard
original
that.
Secret Gospel.
I know, right? Who was watching that?
A secret mark is not for us, and one is not forced to assume that there was any physical
Darn,
intimacy
listen.
between Jesus and this young man. This simply may have been
I'm about to
some
throw
kind
up.
of link with initiation rites in the ancient Near East to the mystery religions, and perhaps some kind of
That's literally in the back area.
innocence in the Garden of Eden, that this detail
Good
is
man.
relayed to us.
If secret marks are a continuation of events described in the Bible's Gospel of Mark,
Banana!
it could explain
Banana!
mysterious
Ah,
reference
turned it
found
in.
later in the
I have a
Bible
feeling that
during
someone's
the arrest
watching
of
something
Jesus.
racist.
At the Garden of Gethsemane.
Knife! I'm dead.
Ah!
Only
Me
Mark
too.
adds a little tidbit.
I'm dead again.
A certain young man
I'm sorry.
had
No!
thrown a linen cloth around his naked body.
Alright, come on,
Who
Jet,
is
let's
this young
move out.
man? Could it be the same?
I got 18 kills, no, I got
Gospel
31!
Got him.
Leads some serious researchers to believe
You stole my kill, Meerkat.
does go
Yeah,
on
we
the
did.
Gospel of Mark, and it tells us who this
I guess it's
man
not 300 at
But
all.
did the secret Gospel of Mark ever really exist? Many scholars
I'm a level
suspect the
4.
letter
There.
and the excerpt of secret
I'm a
Gospel
level
Oh!
is
What's the
nothing more
map?
than a clever
Tomahawk!
hoax, one perhaps perpetrated by
Syntax,
Dr. Smith
whatever.
himself. That skepticism stems from the fact that Smith published photos he took of the
Look
document.
at me! Oh, he's in the place! Hey, what's up,
To have been
Jet?
left at the
Hey,
library
man, what up?
has since vanished.
He took photos of
Whoever
it,
had
and
71
we don't
kills,
have a
about
record of
to
it. It's lost. There's been speculations about whether it's a forgery.
The girl on the phone
whether
looks
it
so
really is
serious.
authentic. Just
She
very
is,
difficult
she
to
got
determine
72
unless you have the
kills.
actual document. It's impossible to prove either way.
Oh my god, and
When
21
Morton
dead?
Smith died in 1991,
She went
some
rainbow.
expected a deathbed confession, but they were disappointed.
And he never, in a sense, offered the
That's like
recantation
a
or
record
anything
right
about the
there.
text. And there are
Even though the
letters that
record in
are
Black Ops 1
in
was like
people's possessions,
116
but
and
where he
1.
seems very sincere and very interested.
172, by the way.
So it really is a legitimate find.
Sorry, man. I was
Every
close.
few decades, it seems,
That wasn't
fine
close.
Smiths emerges
No,
to
it was
confound
something
scholars and provoke debate.
It was close to my book.
This entire discipline, the study of ancient texts, is very much in flux. And the landscape of scholarship changes from year to year, sometimes from moment to moment.
But few discoveries have surpassed the furor caused by the document that has surfaced most recently, the so-called Gospel of Judas. It rewrites the events leading up
Okay.
to Passion.
Stands completely at odds with what the New Testament Gospels themselves say.
Are y'all ready?
Like the taste of fresh apples? Try an Angry Orchard hard cider. Looking for something unexpected? Welcome to our Credulent Orchard. Here at Angry Orchard, we can get a little mad. We're constantly experimenting, putting our own twist on traditional ciders. Angry Orchard hard cider. When you're looking for something a little different, crisp, refreshing, and not too sweet. Angry Orchard hard cider. Explore the orchard.
Thank you for calling Dish. This is Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill, and I heard I can lock in my price if I switch to Dish.
Yep, it's just $49.99 every month for 2 years. And you get 190 channels.
So my price won't go up? How do you do that?
How do we do it?
This is how we do
It's the Dish 2-year TV price lock. $49.99 every month for 2 years. You get Netflix or NFL Red Zone from NFL Network included for 1 year.
Yeah, lock me in, Jill. Call 1-800-DISH-LOCK or visit dish.com.
Breaking wind and average, please. Breaking wind and Duluth Trading Shoreman's, please. Duluth Trading Shoreman's, please. 3 gust-busting layers. 1 deep.
Play some ground wars. Oh wait, nah. Let's play some.
This is the best block of all. It's like Candy Cane Lane.
I know.
Holiday Ferris wheel. Jeffrey, you're awfully quiet back there. I was just thinking, maybe it's time we finish this test drive and head back to the dealership. That is so Jeffrey. Oh, Elvis.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Volkswagen Sign and Drive event. 0 do-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on the new Passat and other select models.
At Supercuts, we pay attention to every detail, so you'll feel sharp, clean, and ready to go. And the moment you're not feeling right, pop right back in, and we'll get you ready to go again.
When it comes to quitting cigarettes, why does it feel like all or nothing? Would you expect me to lose 25 pounds overnight? I'm taking it 1 cigarette at a time. That's how Sonic helps me quit.
Sonic Nicotine Gum. Every victory counts.
Now playing on DirecTV Cinemas while in theaters.
What is this? Trying to get the social big salad.
Now what else? Alice, who played you?
You know, if you're on the inside, you're on the outside.
Put the money in the bag. We can start at Channel 125.
Dear Mike Tyson Mystery Team, who's just the voice of Mike Tyson on your show? What?
Just camp at night, bruh. Oh, man. What are you doing?
If that report's right, that we're looking for an immense German estate, Bariloche is the Berlin of Argentina.
I'm trying to understand how feasible it is for this house to hide Hitler.
Hitler, all news Tuesday at 10. Catch up on all the episodes on demand on the History app now. It is called the Gospel of Judas. It's a very different portrait of the disciple who has been reviled for centuries as the man who betrayed Jesus. Little is known about where or when it was written, but an early copy of the text is thought to have been hidden in a tomb on the east bank of the Nile River, near the Egyptian village of El Minya. The decaying document, written in ancient Coptic, first surfaced in the 1970s and was offered for sale several times in the 1980s. Exorbitant prices were named, but not offered, and it disappeared until it resurfaced long enough to be identified by two Yale University scholars in 2000. Their conclusion: this was a copy of the long-lost Gospel of Judas, recorded around the year 300 AD.
First mentioned by Irenaeus, a church father living in what is now France, and he was the bishop of who was writing his book against heresy around the year 180 and 185. And he mentions a group of Christians that had the Gospel of Judas, and then he says this seems to coincide with this book that's now been discovered.
The events in the newly recovered Gospel follow the canon story closely. As in the Bible, Judas Iscariot is the disciple who identifies Jesus with a kiss so that the Roman guards may arrest him. He was paid 30 pieces of silver for his betrayal. But this text offers a very different reason for his action.
According to the Gospel of Judas, there was a special, unique relationship between Jesus of Nazareth and Judas.
Jesus said to him, "Step away from the others, and I shall tell you the mysteries of the kingdom. It is possible for you to reach it, but you will grieve a great deal." This theme of secret knowledge leads most scholars to date the origin of the text to about 150 AD, and link it to the early Gnostic movement.
These were individuals who sought knowledge, which is what Gnostic means. People who sought a higher level of knowledge, the secrets, the mysteries of the universe. And the Judas story is one of those secrets that is not necessarily for everybody.
In 1945, at Nag Hammadi, Egypt, a cache of Gnostic writings was found. The texts were probably hidden there after they were declared heretical by the early church.
The early Christian church fathers who became Orthodox, who represented the point of view that became dominant within Christianity, saw Gnostics as very dangerous, and they wrote a number of books against them, presumably because they were very popular.
A major tenet of Gnosticism was that the physical world was a barrier to be overcome. And this idea, not the Bible's traditional 30 pieces of silver, is what provides the motivation in the Gospel of Judas.
Judas had intimate conversations with Jesus because there were days before that Passover meal in which Jesus revealed to Judas the mystical Gnostic secrets of the universe, culminating in a simple directive.
Truly I say to you, Judas, you will exceed all of them, for you will sacrifice the man that clothes you.
Somehow, there's an understanding that the inner man has to come out, the inner person, the individual inside of bodies of flesh must be released. He must be, as it were, taken out of the prison. Now that's a different theology. It presumes that Jesus is the Spirit. He's not a true human being. His body is simply a fleshly encasement, which must be stripped away from him. And Judas is the one who does it.
Stands completely at odds with what the New Testament Gospels themselves say. In the Gospel of Matthew, for example, Judas is completely filled with remorse at what he's done. To turn that into a very good thing would be the opposite of Scripture.
Jesus has to die, and Judas is the disciple, not some evil individual, not the great villain of all time, but one, in fact, who knew Jesus perhaps closer than any of the others, who was destined to do this.
But their spirits did not dare to stand before Jesus, except for Judas Iscariot. Judas said to him, I know who you are, and where you have come from. The Gospel of Judas implies that it is Judas's status as the apostle closest to Jesus, as much as his so-called betrayal, that turns the other disciples against him. And it hints at how that animosity may have played a role in his fate.
Matthew is the only Gospel which narrates the suicide of Judas. The other place where Judas's death is mentioned is in the book of Acts, which is written by the same person who wrote the Gospel of Luke. In Acts, though, Judas doesn't hang himself. What happens is he bursts forth from his midst and he spills his intestines on the ground.
But the Gospel of Judas suggests a different thing. Judas said, for I have seen a great vision. In the vision I saw myself as the 12 disciples were stoning.
What are you doing, man?
Severely. This idea of competition among the apostles and the existence of a predominant seemed to have been one of the causes of dissent among early Christians.
Early Christians lined up with some of Jesus' followers. That was far back as you can
Care package awaiting orders.
Some with Andrew, some with Thomas, Mary, Peter, etc., etc. This allowed them for the infighting among these groups, and different people claimed that their apostle was the chief apostle.
It's probably the normal process of trying to see how are we going to run this community. Jesus is gone. Who's in charge?
Some scholars see these texts as conception. There was no single
the significance of this discovery of the gospel is an understanding of just how diverse early Christianity was.
But the early church had little tolerance for this diversity.
Hailstorm awaiting orders.
In those formative years and decades, it was vital to come up with a single overwhelming doctrine that everyone must adhere to. Christianity was a faith that focused on an orthodoxy, a right way of thinking, and if you deviate from that, then what we have is not a single faith, but a multitude of splinter groups that will become extinct.
The Gnostics would be just one of many early Christian sects that were suppressed, persecuted, and eventually all but wiped out.
Christians in the 2nd and 3rd centuries had wide-ranging debates and battles for belief. The one group emerged as victorious from these battles. Only one of these groups ended up growing and growing and growing, and as it grew,
Care package on standby.
until it got so large that it could declare that it was the orthodox worldview. And once it got to that point where it had conquered all opposition, it rewrote the history of the engagement and claimed that it had always been good. Well, now we know that
Hailstorm on standby.
Early Orthodox Christians who were vanquished left little behind. Their beliefs, their stories, and their
No effect. Go copy that.
And it is these lost texts that continue to provoke debate centuries after they were
that want to for faith in apostolic tradition, and for those that want to argue for the diverse notion of what Christianity is.
It is a conflict involving questions both of scholarship and faith, one that will not be settled anytime soon.
And just when we think that the very last word has been said, the landscape changes, and usually in completely unexpected ways. And sometimes we think we're really onto something, and then someone comes along and debunks the whole thing. But that's the beauty of it all. It means that it's an ongoing mystery as well as an incredible detective side.
In 1492, Christopher Columbus set sail on the shores of Spain and discovered North America. For himself, for his country, but not for the first time. We now know the Vikings set foot first in 1000 AD. Their maps and knowledge passed on to other explorers. Perhaps the a religious order of knights. The Templars were said to be the keepers of hidden treasure, even the Holy Grail itself. But after the Templars were sentenced to death on Friday the 13th by a weak pope and a king with a vendetta. Those who escaped the killings had to flee. The Templars had come to America to reestablish their order. In Minnesota, a stone that was unearthed covered with archaic runes. The date card 1362. Some insist the stones are without runes, but new scientific evidence suggests it's a telling sign of the Templar warriors. Around the world, other coded roots and artifacts mark the trail of an amazing journey.
We win.
Could America hold the last secrets of the Knights Templar and the Holy Grail itself? In the fall of 1898, on a modest farm in Kensington, Minnesota, a Swedish immigrant named Olaf Ullman was clearing trees from his farm field with the help of his sons.
They grubbed this particular poplar tree. They winched it over, and this flat rectangular stone was in the roots. The roots had actually grown around the stone.
After brushing away the dirt, they noticed carvings on two sides of the stone. Strange symbols no one could read, but that resembled old Swedish runes. At the time, they had no idea they'd just unearthed what would become one of the most controversial artifacts in United States history. Olaf Ullman later described the event in his own words, saying, "Upon washing off the surface dirt, the inscription presented a weathered appearance, which to me appeared just as old as the untouched parts of the stone. I immediately called my neighbor, Nils Watkins, and inspected the stone and the stump under which it was found. After that, at least a dozen people saw Ullman's discovery still wrapped in the roots of a 25-year-old poplar tree.
They all saw the tree stump with the roots in this curved position and the stone with the mark of the roots on its backside.
But from the beginning, there were those who claimed Ullman was perpetrating an elaborate hoax in an effort to find fame. Those who say he could have carved the stone listed in the tree roots, or with the help of his neighbors.
He was not an ignorant farmer, as he was very often misrepresented. He did have some books in his library, and those books could have been used.
Early investigators discovered Ullman had two books with details of old Swedish runes.
The Swedish grammar book was given to Olof Oman after the stone was found. He couldn't have used that book for carving the stone. There were a few Scandinavian runes, but nothing like you would have to know to do the Kensington runestone.
Rune stones were commonplace in medieval Scandinavia. They were carved to memorialize the dead or mark territory. But finding such a stone in Minnesota was incredible. The runes on the Kensington stone were copied down and sent to linguists, runologists, and Scandinavian scholars around the world to be translated.
I'm gonna end the stream at around 1 o'clock. So I gotta watch my team play.
They are not hieroglyphics, but they have to be interpreted in some way.
The first crude translation was performed by Olaus Breda, a linguist at the University of Minnesota. It detailed a horrific Scandinavian voyage. Swedes and Norwegians on a journey of discovery from Finland west. We camped. 1 day's journey north from this stone. We fished 1 day. After we came home, we found men red with blood and dead, saved from evil. We have men at the ocean to look after our ships. An unknown day's journey from this island in an unknown year. Another translation quickly followed from George Kerr, a professor at German languages from Northwestern University in Illinois. Kerr identified the voyagers in more detail, saying the stone paid gods from Sweden, and 22 Norwegians came on a journey of discovery. But Kern also uncovered something shocking. The stone was dated. Tonight on page 2, World War II grenades were designed to be the same size as a baseball, but under God was added to the Pledge of Allegiance. American history is filled with these known facts, which is why for the first time in our history is teaming up with the University of Oklahoma to create a groundbreaking online course. Students will debate and discuss the last 150 years of our nation's history and connect with people from around the globe. Take the course for fun or for credit. Go to history.com/courses to find out more.
There's something out there that can be serious, even fatal to infants. It's whooping cough, and people can spread it without knowing it. Understand the danger your new grandchild faces. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about a whooping cough vaccination today.
Fruit beer is a battle between hops and malt. Too much hops, too bitter. Too much malt, too sweet. The only way to win is by achieving balance. Sam Adams Boston Lager. Hops and malt in perfect harmony. No more, love more.
Check this out. I just got my free credit score from Credit Karma. Don't you want to know your credit score? What if you want to get your own apartment? Or buy a new car? Or are you just planning on learning the hard way?
The hard way?
Yeah. Like we didn't have
Check out Credit Karma today. Credit Karma. Give yourself some credit. Whether your car is a red car, white car, a blue car, a red, white, and blue car, a green car, a car with this on, a car with this, a car with wheels, a car with a tail, a car with a big tail. All you have to do is plug in pumps with a smarter, safer car. Diagnostic updates, certified machine top, safety Pump by Verizon. So I use QuickBooks and run my entire business from the cloud. I'm not in the sales expenses from anywhere. Even down in the dark. I can still see what happened. Great month. It sounds great. I don't know QuickBooks. That's how I am. Here's to all those things that you know. Until you finally Here's to a dazzling 3-carat diamond bracelet that's $4,500 at $13.99. Houseburg Diamonds. Here's to love. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos lung cancer, call now. You may be entitled to a cash award for the over $30 billion in asbestos. Call now to
with free legal consultation. Our 4 nationwide mesothelioma law firms, each with decades of experience in asbestos litigation, raise billions of dollars for thousands of mesothelioma victims and their families. With just one call, you can put all of the combined experience and proven track records of success to work with you. Call now for your free legal consultation. Even if a loved one is passed from mesothelioma or asbestos motions, you may still be responsible over $30 million in asbestos costs. Call now and put all our experience and success to work for you. Call 1-800-292-5127. That's 1-800-292-5127.
Could an unknown expedition really travel as far as the Columbus And if so, why? What could possibly have motivated them?
For me, it doesn't make sense to suggest that the North would have gotten to Hudson Bay and then gone 1,000 miles upstream, and then ultimately on foot to get to Kensington.
As more linguists and runologists weighed in over the next several years, translations varied slightly, but most were in agreement. Some of the runes appeared to be made up, and others appeared too modern to have been used in 1362.
And there are some forms which are not supposed to keep track of important features. What do? You have to prove that these forms are possible.
It wasn't something any runologists were able to do at the turn of the 20th century. But while linguists were falling short of proving the stone was real, in 1910, a geologist by the name of was making strides.
He took a sample from the stone, he identified the mineralogy, he did relative age weathering studies, and I think he did an amazing job with the equipment that he had at the time. And in the end, he concluded it was genuine.
Even with Mitchell's geologic study, academics outside of this field were not convinced. Questioning who would carve a stone. After finding the Another argument against this centered around timing. The 1893 Columbian Exposition at the Lois Fair in Chicago honored Christopher Columbus's discovery of America. For the Scandinavians who strongly believed their Viking ancestors were here first, the attention given to Columbus was a slap in the face.
Anybody in the United States from the Scandinavian the Italian Americans took credit for having found the United States.
At the time, one group even commissioned the reproduction of a Viking ship and parked it on Lake Michigan as part of the exposition. The version would ultimately be given to the Vikings, but not until 1960. That's when their stone settlements at Walford Meadows in Newfoundland, dating back to 1000 AD, were discovered. Olaf Ullmann's family says unlike his fellow immigrants who spoke out against Columbus, Olaf never cared about being first. They say he was not the of a medieval Scandinavian journey.
There's no way that he could have done what he was supposed to be doing. And there was never anything we knew. The family knew. And most of the people that lived in this area believed in this.
The stone that was turned into a group of local businessmen in nearby Alexandria for $2,500. Today, resides for safekeeping at the town's rune stone.
We want to make it available for everyone that wishes to travel to this area and view the stone and study the stone.
Its relegation to a glass case in a modest Midwestern museum could be the end of the rune stone story. But in fact, it was just the beginning. In the year 2000, the museum turned to a geologist named Scott Wolter to study the stone.
Gave me a speech and said, I'll be happy to do this work for you, but you need to be prepared that we may come back and give you news you want to play.
Wolter had never heard of the Kensington Rune Stone, but as a geologist in the field of forensic petrography, he was used to solving mysteries involving concrete and rock. He'd analyzed the structural damage to concrete burned in the Pentagon during 9/11. Forensic petrography itself is the microscopic study of concrete and rock.
They wanted me to perform kind of a general overall physical analysis of the stone, with the emphasis being on trying to come up with a method to date the age of the inscription or the weathering of the inscription. There were a number of things that hit me right away. One was the fresh appearance of the inscription. Once we got under the microscope, we could see that there were scratches at the bottom of the runes, but the walls of the grooves were weathered. And later we learned that the discoverer had scratched out the runes shortly after the discovery.
Olaf Holman was responsible for the retooling. He cleaned out the runes with a nail.
I believe that it's caused confusion and bias on the part of investigators because it fooled me at first.
Wolter also immediately noticed what he says is undoubtedly proof the stone was wrapped in tree roots for a long time.
I saw these white, undulating and branching features on the stone that looked like roots.
Consulting with soil scientists, he learned an acidic chemical reaction involving a ground fungus could have etched the root markings into the stone permanently. If true, how would Ullman have faked such a thing? Still, Wolter needed more proof that the stone was from the 1300s, and with that, he consulted the dead. His investigation took him to a colonial graveyard.
Once I came here and found these tombstones that were probably some of the oldest in North America here on the East Coast, with a comparable climate, the mineralogy is the same and the grain size of the minerals is the same, I thought this would make a great comparison to try to determine the age of the weathering of the Kensington Runestone inscription.
Wolter was about to learn when the stone was carved, and perhaps by whom. Tracking some of the stone's rare runes to churches frequented by the Knights Templar.
When you booked this trip, you didn't know we had over 11,000 local activities listed on our app, or that you could book them right from your phone. A few weeks ago, you still didn't know if you were going to go. Now the only thing you don't know is why it took so long to come here. Expedia, technology that connects you to people and places that matter.
I can't believe we got the tree on the car.
Believe it. Get a DQ 5 on lunch.
There exists an all-powerful force in the universe. Those who seek to harness such power, this is what you've been looking for. The Ram year-end blockbuster sales event. Star Wars 13.
Get 0% APR financing for 75 months on the 2015 Ram 1500. These are my dogs, Dusty and Cooper. I work for the dogs 24/7. I am the butler. These dogs shed like crazy. It's like being inside of a snow globe.
It takes an awful lot of time to keep the house clean. I don't know what to do.
What's this? Swiffer, sweeper, and dumpsters? This is nice and easy, boys. It really sticks to it. Fixing all this other spaces, this is really great. Does that look familiar to you? I'm no longer and there's one of the guys. At the Joseph A. Bank Great Winter Gift Sale, buy any sweater, get 2 free, including cashmere, cotton, and lamb's wool, plus a bonus gift for you. Take an additional $25 off for every $125 you spend. Save up to $100 only at Joseph A. Bank.
Want fire leak underwear that moves like you do? Try Always Discreet underwear and move, groove, wiggle, giggle, curve, lift, shift, rise, and crisscross. Only Always Discreet underwear has soft, dually hard areas to help stop leaks where they happen most, and a discreet fit that hugs your curves. You barely feel it. Always Discreet underwear. The fire leaks can feel like no big deal. Because you get real
Best part about kayaking together are times like this. Here's to friends who reach for better. Fewer carbs, fewer calories, superior taste. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
Introducing Kisses Deluxe Chocolate. A whole roasted hazelnut, delicate crisp, and layers of rich, creamy chocolate. They're twice the size of the Kisses chocolates you love. Say more with new Kisses Deluxe. You get it all. You can't live through your nose. Otherwise, you're a health freezer. Anyone can want that. So just fill my breathing strip and tap. Shut your mouth and say goodnight, mouth breathers. Breathe right.
This H2 program is brought to you by Breathe Right. Breathe better, sleep better tonight.
Ladies, back there, call me.
What's the best route for John to take?
Do I like Queen? Of course I do.
Mission timeline 50% check.
Tonight on H2 at 8, featuring Nebraska, a non-African zone.
Evaluating low levels of RTB.
In my view, the most compelling and important bit of evidence is the analysis of the rock itself. That's the scientific analysis of the stuff, grain size, and weathering patterns.
Will you shine through? Using Otezla, a Permalast. Otezla is not an injection or a cream. It's a pill that treats viruses differently. Some people who took Otezla saw 75% clear skin after 4 months. And Otezla's prescribing information has no requirement for routine lab monitoring. Don't take Otezla if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Otezla may increase the risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Side effects may include diarrhea, nausea, upper respiratory tract infection, and headache. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Ask your doctor about Otezla today. Otezla. So more of you.
I have asthma, one of many pieces in my life. So when my asthma symptoms got cleared back on my long-term control medicine, I took the missing piece in my asthma treatment.
Once daily Brio prevents asthma symptoms. Brio's for adults with asthma not well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Brio won't replace a rescue for sudden breathing problems. Brio opens up airways to help improve breathing. Brio contains injections that increases the risk of death from asthma problems and may increase the risk of hospitalization for children.
Consult on awaiting orders.
Once your asthma is well controlled,
Peter, awaiting orders. My bad luck.
You're eligible for 12 months free at myVrio.com. This is the one place we're not afraid to fail. Some of these experiments may not work, but a few might shift the future. Like turning algae into biofuel. And cars twice as efficient as the average car today. Ideas ExxonMobil scientists are working on to make energy go further, no matter how many tries it takes. Energy is here.
In 1995, investigators called Mark Winner the hero for fatally shooting an intruder who he claimed was attacking his wife. 4 years later, there was a dramatic change of opinion. Mark Winner was charged with the murder of Donna.
This is exactly the sort of a plot that fiction writers would love to work up. As Lassie said, reality is stranger than fiction, and in this case, it almost seems like fiction.
The motive was partially financial. Donna had $200,000 worth of life insurance, and Mark was suing the shuttle bus company as well.
He made the mistake of being just a little too greedy. He had the perfect crime, and he knew it because he wanted to press forward and see if he can get more money.
Mark's mistress, Deanne Schultz, told prosecutors that Mark no longer wanted Donna as his wife. Donna's bizarre trip with shuttle van driver Roger Harrington gave Mark the perfect setup he needed to commit murder.
According to Deanne, as soon as Mark got the story about the trip, he knew that was the guy. And then set things in motion inside his house.
Suspended from his job. The evidence shows that Mark called Harrington, inviting him over to discuss the matter with the hope of settling it amicably. Harrington showed up at 4:30, the time he wrote on his note, and walked in with his coffee cup and cigarettes. Prosecutors believe Mark Winner walked Harrington to the refrigerator, possibly to see Donna's note. Mark then pulled the gun, ordered Harrington to his knees, and fired a single shot into his head. The neighbor heard that shot. So did Donna Winner, who turned towards the front door. Mark hit her with a hammer, causing the cast-off blood spatter in an area inconsistent with his statement to the police. Then Winner called 911. Hearing the call, Winner realized Harrington was still alive. Instead of going to his daughter's room, Winner turned Harrington over, drugged him, and shot him a second time. The neighbor heard the second shot 5 minutes after the first one.
He finished him off. He executed him. On both occasions, he shot him in the head both times. But that last one ensured that Roger Harrington did not survive.
The dispatcher called back. The police photographs taken as paramedics arrived showed Roger Harrington's feet pointed in the same direction as Donna's, inconsistent with her husband's story.
The picture's worth 1,000 words. It shows the 1,000 words Mark gave us aren't correct. They're a lie.
Although Mark Winner maintained his innocence, he was tried and convicted of the 2 murders and sentenced to life in prison without parole. The forensic evidence proved Roger Harrington was not a killer, but an innocent victim in the middle of a scheme of murder.
narratives are absolutely crucial. Roger has been the villain, and Mark has been the hero. And now we come to find out that Harrington's name has been unjustifiably smeared.
That's the stream. Peace.
The beauty of something that